Hi, this is Steve Harper from YourCreativeLife.com, talking today this week about, are you really a writer? Now, this is a question that comes up almost all the time as I coach writers, meet writers, talk to writers, and even in my own life. There are so many ways that we suddenly think that we as artists are not legitimate, that we're not important, that we're not valued, that we're not somehow real. And when you look out into the world with all of the other people who are not artists doing the regular kinds of things that they do, those sorts of jobs that have on some level legitimacy, like, I don't know, teachers or professors or lawyers or mailmen or FedEx workers or whatever it is, there are lots of us artists who are kind of like, am I real? Am I real enough? Well, here's what I want to say to you. The first thing is, if the question is, are you a writer? Then the question also is, are you writing? Do you show up on the page on some sort of regular basis? Do you put words on the page? Do you construct ideas? Do you create characters? Do you write? Because if you write, and I'm not saying, do you write every day? Do you write 5 hours a day? Do you write 10 hours a day? I'm saying, do you write? Because if you sit down and with seriousness and grace and focus, you put words on the page, whether you do it 30 minutes a couple of times a week, whether you do it 30 minutes a day or 5 minutes a day or whatever, if you do it, you are a writer. You are a writer. Here's why I say that. There are all these other professions, all these other people and things who do things in our society that get credit, lifelong credit for being who they are. Think about it. If somebody becomes a doctor, you can say forever and ever, they're a doctor. Nobody says, are you doctoring now? Did you have a patient today? Did you have a patient last week? You can be a retired doctor and still be referred to as a doctor. You could be a PhD doctor and still be referred to as a doctor. It doesn't mean you're doctoring right now. And so we don't put the same pressure on those people. Or lawyers. Once you're a lawyer, you're a lawyer. Once you're a judge, you're a judge. Once you're a president or a former president, but still you have that title in your name with you for the rest of your life. I feel the same is true for an artist. You want to be writing, and that, I think, makes you a writer, but not that you write like Hemingway or that you write 1,000,000 times a week or any of those things that where you feel like you have to prove that you're a writer. You don't have to prove it. You just have to show up and be a writer, and then consider yourself a writer. And don't play games like, oh, well, I'm not making money, or, oh, because the truth is you could play those games forever. If you haven't made money as a writer, you could say, I'm not making money. Once you make money as a writer, sometimes I've heard writers say, well, I'm not making enough money. Once you are a playwright, some people say, well, I'm not in television. When you're in television, some people might say, well, I'm not writing novels. It goes on and on and on and on. And on some level, it's just a way for you to beat up on yourself and for society to help you, because there are so many people out there who don't affirm and celebrate your artistic space. So if you take the space, if you do the work, if you show up, no matter how you show up, if you show up, you are a writer. Own that, be that, celebrate that, and resist the urge to beat yourself up or make comparisons, and allow other people who aren't writers or your voices, the ones that come up in your brain, your shadow voices, to tell you that you're not a writer. If you write, you're a writer, and that's it. Thanks for watching. I hope you like this video. If you like this video, subscribe to this channel and you'll get one of these great videos every week, because I do that. Go to yourcreativelife.com and find out about all the other things I do through the world of coaching. I coach writers, as I've been doing for many, many, many years. You can also sign up for my free newsletter, which comes out once a month. And you can also listen to the Secret Writer podcast, which I host along with Nick Job, who's also a writer and writing coach. And season 1 is all out there on Apple Podcasts and in other spaces. And season 2 is coming soon. So thanks for watching. You are a writer if you're showing up as a writer. Do it, be it. Thanks.